Rob's Roundtable. What's up?
Good to be back.
We're back. We're ready to go. This is Reaches. We're going 8 reaches. Guys, we want to reach on in our drafts. We want to take ahead of ADP or ECR.
8?
Yeah.
I did 9.
9, whatever. 9, 10.
1, 3, 4, and, well, whatever.
I got a couple.
Okay.
Stat of the day for you. This is a good one. Kyle Pitts still can't rent an RV in almost every state.
Why? Is he under 24 or whatever? Or 25?
He is 24 years old.
That's not very old.
No. So it's just kind of ironic that it's not really that football related, but it kind of is.
Isn't Tyler Shuck like 30?
Yes. So
Wow.
Tyler Shuck is 27.
24. Feels like he's been in the league forever.
Yes, because he was 20.
Yeah. That's
So,
crazy.
I remember Eric Ebron having his crazy big breakout year with Andrew Luck, 13 touchdowns at like 26. Remember he was a first-round tight end when no one did it?
Yeah.
It was a bust, and 13 touchdowns. And I think he's a better player than Eric Ebron.
Eric Ebron. That's a name.
That was a great year.
That was a blast. That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, one quick thing for you per use. The Browns signing another quarterback, Tyler Huntley.
Look at this. Look what I can do. What is white trash about that? Don't call me white trash.
I feel like if I had that kind of mobility, I'd be capable of almost, well, pretty much anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they have 6 quarterbacks, if you count Deshaun Watson, on their roster. Is that
First of
right?
all,
6?
Tyler Huntley was a serviceable backup in Baltimore, right?
He actually made a Pro Bowl.
Oh, that's right.
It was the dumbest Pro Bowl ever. He had like 5 passing touchdowns.
The Pro Bowl is the dumbest
That's
thing
the
ever.
point.
But, yeah, so now they've got how many quarterbacks on the league?
I think 6.
6. Oh, my God. Because, yeah, Deshaun
Both
Watson's
rookies. Yeah, both rookies. You have
Joe Flacco, Kenny
small
Pickett,
hands, Kenny Pickett, and Deshaun Watson. And now Tyler Huntley.
Only, like, the question is, which of these guys are getting cut? Like, obviously Tyler Huntley's getting cut.
Yes.
Obviously. Kenny Pickett?
Well, Watson doesn't count because he's going to be on IR.
Okay. Right. So
It's one of the guys. It's
But
either Kenny
they're not-
Pickett or
they're-
Dylan Gabriel.
they're not keeping 4 quarterbacks.
Or Shador.
God, like, imagine they feel compelled to keep 4. Why would they bring Tyler? I don't know. It's just
It's the
I don't know
Browns.
what they're
It's the
doing. Like,
Browns.
Leather shop in Arizona? Are you serious? There are far too many leather shops in Arizona as it is. You would be out of business in a week's time.
so
It's just
stupid.
funny. It's hilarious. Like why? And also, it's preseason. Like you need a body.
I guess who cares? What are you paying him? The league minimum?
It's
Right?
just funny. Like it's a pitching. They have a pitching rotation.
Yeah.
Literally, like 6 guys, 1 on IR. They have a pitching rotation, and most teams have 1. Literally, the Dolphins with Tua have only
I was
carried
gonna say,
1
and
quarterback.
Zach Wilson is backing
Like,
up too.
But this team has no aspirations for winning, and wants to have 5 active quarterbacks in the preseason. For what? For what?
I don't know. Like, is it really a quarterback competition there? Just let one of the rookies play.
Yes.
Like, what difference does it?
What do you got? Give me your first name.
All right, I'm just gonna throw out honorable mentions just so people keep them in their mind. Drake May, JJ McCarthy are a couple reaches, and then Chigaquanquo and Theo Johnson. I'm telling you, remember that name, Theo Johnson.
I watched this film. You were right. We have a bet: Juwan Johnson versus Theo Johnson. I don't like it anymore.
Yep. Anyway,
It's PPR. We're changing it to PPR to make it fair.
that's fine.
Yes.
All right, so quarterback reach Justin Fields, and it's rushing. In 6 starts in 2024, Fields posted 5 rushing scores and ranked as the QB 6 in points per game during that stretch. You got to assume that he keeps the Jets starting job. His dual threat ability easily gives him top 10 upside.
Yeah. So I was going to have Justin Fields, but I knew you'd have him.
Okay.
So I didn't. And Justin Fields is ECR quarterback 10, but anywhere from quarterback 9, you can almost go quarterback 8 with Bo Nix, but mostly at 9 with Kyler, down to like quarterback 15 with Jared Goff and 16 at Drake May. They go in weird orders where like sometimes Fields goes 8, sometimes Fields goes 13, right?
Yeah.
So it's like Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Brock Purdy, Kyler, Caleb. Those guys are so interchangeable. Where like, I think I'm the same with you. Like he's the guy I want to target.
Yeah.
If I don't get him and the guy I'm about to talk about next, I'm just gonna wait literally 4 rounds and take whoever isn't drafted at wide receiver, or quarterback 15, right? Because then who's gonna take their backup quarterback in the 9th round, 10th round?
Yeah, people do it though.
They will, and trust me. And then you know what? Then I just get more value at running back.
That's fair.
And I'll take Jordan Love or something.
I've got
like,
Justin Fields to 7. I moved him up over Bo Nix.
Good, as you should. And I have Justin Fields at 7 as well.
Okay.
I have Mahomes ahead of him, though. So my guy to reach on is Brock Purdy. And it's weird because Brock Purdy is ECR 11. I have him at quarterback 10, I believe.
I got him at 10 also.
But it's the same thing I just said. Like, him and Justin Fields are the two guys I am willing to reach on.
So is the Purdy one a system thing for you?
It's the schedule. It's the system.
Oh, yeah, they do have a really easy schedule this year.
It's everything, and it's beautiful.
Okay.
But it's everything, man. It's been a random cast for him the last couple of years.
Purdy's shown he can do it,
and
like with a rotating wide receiver room, with George Kittle dealing with injuries, with guys in and out of the lineup. I like Purdy.
Yeah, it's just he has the biggest, I feel like, upside. He's so efficient, and like if the volume goes up a little bit, I just like him a notch above Dak and Herbert and Caleb and Goff and May. You know, May has more upside maybe in terms of like the rushing, but like
I might move him up to 9. Maybe.
Purdy?
Yeah.
Wow, over
Mahomes.
Ooh, oh, jeez. All right.
Yep.
Who's your
all right.
next
So
guy?
next reach is Jonathan Taylor. So these are running backs. I'm going to do the next 3 are running backs, and they're going to be in ADP order. So Taylor, I think we are forgetting what he did last season. The final 3 games of 2024, he finished with 95 rushing attempts, 520 rushing yards, and 6 rushing touchdowns, 31 PPR points per game.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about upside, there's your upside. I'm not even going to prorate that over a full season because it's not going to happen.
And that includes the fumble he had and the Deshaun Jackson he had. That includes that.
I forgot he
add 6
dropped
points
it.
of that because Jonathan Taylor is not a Deshaun Jackson.
That was an out of character thing for him to do.
It's because he was so frustrated. That was the first game of this breakout where he was so frustrated all year, and he was like, finally broke one.
I'm sure that cost people
it cost
championships.
Me. Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
So we now know that the Colts quarterback room is extremely shaky. They're going to lean on the running game again. That means volume for Taylor. Volume plus career efficiency is a 4.6 plus yards per carry guy. That equals top 5 at position to me. So I'm willing to reach for him. I've got him all the way up at 6.
Yeah, I think we forget the talent Jonathan Taylor is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's only, 26 years old? 27 years old. He is 26 years old. I think we're forgetting just how good he is. I mean,
he did have a number 1 overall running back season with this
1,800 rushing yards
with
and
this
18
team.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he also had 40 catches that year. No,
So-
that has ticked down recently, but like I feel like he's not Derrick Henry, if that makes sense. He has 25 to 30 catch upside, where like Derrick Henry will never get over 20.
Did you see that one almost behind the back catch he had that one time? He's a
can play.
good pass
He can play.
catcher.
Yeah.
Like they didn't use him as a pass catcher too much in Wisconsin, but when they did, like this is getting the guy in space, right?
And they have so Josh Jacobs, for instance, has no one behind him, but Matt LaFleur loves to run a 2-back system. Jonathan Taylor, they don't like running a 2-back system, and there's no one behind him. I know DJ Giddens is a solid rookie prospect.
Yeah,
but
he's a good prospect.
A rookie's not going to push him for like taking series from him. He is insulated to getting 300 touches.
And like we know that there is no rotation there. So when Jonathan Taylor went down, everyone's like Zach Moss or whomever. Like the level of talent that Jonathan Taylor has other than the other guys, because none of them could even get to 60% of what Jonathan Taylor was, even though they were getting all the work.
And it's a good system. We saw what Zach Moss did 2 years ago that got him that contract with Cincinnati, right, for that 6-game stretch.
Oh, yeah.
And remember how he held out and then had the ankle injury? Zach Moss was like a high-end RB2 for those weeks. And Zach Moss blows dick.
You like eating pussy?
You know, it's I like it, but I'm a little too lazy to do it now. It's a whole to-do, you know. It hurts my
Lazy?
neck. Yeah, I'm too lazy.
You're too lazy to eat
It
pussy.
hurts my neck. You know, I get too lazy.
Like, officially blows dick. Like, I saw him the other night. I don't want to get into that, but... All right. My first running back reach is Tyjae Spears, ECR 38. I am at 31. I think this is a perfect blend of a guy that is going to be weekly usable in terms of the RB3 spot, and if I want to wait, in PPR especially, which this is PPR list, baby, as you know. And an elite option if there's an injury to Tony Pollard. And there's a chance it could be a Chase Brown situation from last year. Now, that was also Zach Moss getting hurt, but the path was already Chase Brown was going to take his job. Maybe it would have happened 2 weeks after it happened. But like, Chase Brown was going to be the bell cow there eventually with what we saw from Zach Moss. And Tony Pollard is on the decline. He is. I like Tony Pollard. He's good. I have a really great stat here for you. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so Titans RBs in top 12 scoring weeks last year. Tony Pollard had 2. Tyjae Spears had 3. Games as a lead back. Tony Pollard 13. Tyjae Spears 3. So Tyjae Spears was top 12 all 3 games. He was a lead back. Now, I guess that it was nice because Tony Pollard wasn't there to take touches, so he got all the work.
Right.
But I'm just saying, 3 for 3, and Tony Pollard had 2 out of 13. And there were some weeks where Tyjae Spears did not play because of concussion in the ankle. So it's kind of damning. And I like Tony Pollard, man. I think he's solid. But Tony Pollard is not. And the thing is, Tyjae Spears is not really a goal line guy. But Tony Pollard's definitely not a goal line guy. He has been historically inefficient with the Cowboys, with the first couple of years with the Titans.
Well, we have to assume that Titans offense is going to be at least marginally
100% better. 100%. It can't be worse.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I have faith in the Titans.
Okay.
I do.
And
I have faith. Tyjae Spears, watch his film,
you're
man.
Big on Tyjae Spears.
Dude, he's a jitterbug, man. My wife loves Tyjae Spears. Like, he's a little guy with the big helmet.
Yeah, I'm just concerned that Tony Pollard's not going away.
I get it. I think what do you think? What would you bet if they both stay healthy? Marginally better offense, right? But they're still going to win 7 games at most. What is the snap share? 60-40?
Yeah, 65-35.
Oh.
No, 60-40 seems right.
Okay. I think it's more 52-48.
Yeah.
Tyjae Spears is a better player. He's a good player.
Then why is Tony Pollard the lead back there?
Because they paid Tony Pollard, and Tyjae Spears has struggled with injuries, man.
Yeah.
And Tony Pollard also struggles with injuries. I just love it, man. RB38, whew, reach on him all day. I don't got to take him at 31.
That's fair.
Take him at 35.
35.
What do you got?
So I'm going with RG Harvey.
Reaching on him.
I'm reaching on RG Harvey.
Is that right?
I am warming on this guy. And I love the fact that the Broncos depth chart came out, the unofficial depth chart.
5th.
He was 5th on the depth chart. J.K. Dobbins was 1st. But we know how Sean Payton is.
That's like a Browns quarterback depth chart.
Well,
why do you even have 5?
They're not going to carry 5 in the season.
No. Who is that?
You're telling me that he's going to McLaughlin, Audric Estime, J.K. Dobbins.
Who is the other guy ahead of him?
I have no idea. But it doesn't matter.
It's actually Wally Pipp. Wally Pipp is actually on the depth chart.
He's not 5th on the depth chart.
No.
This is Sean Payton doing his rookies. He did that with Alvin Kamara the year.
Yeah, he's a clown.
rookie year. It's ridiculous. But the Broncos are high on RG Harvey. He was a 2nd-round draft pick. They traded up to get him. Camp reports are very glowing on this guy. And what really, especially because this is a PPR, running backs have accounted for at least 20% of the targets every year Sean Payton has called plays. This is his Alvin Kamara. This is his new guy. They were 5th and 1st in RB target share in Denver, too, not just New Orleans. He's got 50 catch upside, I think. So for
More.
me, yeah,
I think more.
Okay, well then there you go.
Yeah, my worry is the goal line work, but so he is ECR 24, and
I think he's going to be scoring outside of the 10 more often than you think. I think that we're looking at like Kamara light.
I loved him coming out, and mostly because he was projected as a mid-3rd to early 4th round pick, and I was like, this guy should be maybe not 2nd, but I had him definitely higher than where he was graded. And they went really high on him because that was Sean Payton's guy, which is a ringing endorsement because when Sean Payton likes a guy, he's like a gay guy in a bar. He's going to fuck him.
Yeah.
And he's going to just use RJ Harvey. It's just the worry is it might take a little time.
And it took time when Alvin Kamara came out, too. And
but it's baked into his price, too.
Yes.
Right? It's not like but he's going to be a starter on your team.
I'm hoping that this depth chart bumps him down a little bit, get a little value on him.
Even more, yeah. RB 25-ish. All right, next guy for me, Dylan Sampson. I can't believe his rank hasn't changed that much.
That's a good one.
And you know what his ECR is right now? Currently.
Like for overall or running back?
Running back.
50?
55.
Okay.
And it was like 64. But the news today that, I don't know if you saw this. I know I told you a couple things. You haven't looked. I'm always looking. Quinshon Judkins has waived the right to a speedy trial.
I did see that.
So
I don't
essentially,
know what that means, but
it means that he's willing to wait it out, like a Brian Kohlberger situation.
Yeah.
And he hasn't signed his contract, so he's not going to get suspended. But he hasn't had a contract. He's not coming to camp. Like Quinshon Judkins is not playing this year.
He still could be put on the commissioner's exempt list.
It doesn't matter. He's not playing this year. If I give you the over/under right now, your mortgage, your house, right? All the equity you have, that he plays 5 games. Are you going over or under 5 games?
I don't think he plays either.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I am drafting, and I've been drafting like this since since the arrest. Since the initial arrest, I have been drafting Dylan Sampson way higher. So his ECR is 55. I am at 34.
I think it's a good one.
34.
Yeah,
now that seems really high, but the team sucks. They showed you what they thought of Jerome Ford and he's been actually a pretty good player, metric-wise. Above average, right? Average, above average. He's solid. But they drafted not one, which is an early second-round pick with Junkins, but a second guy in Dylan Sampson, who actually in a lot of circles and rankings was actually a higher-graded prospect than Quinshon Junkins. Now, I'm sure you probably don't agree with that, but I'm just telling you he was.
That's ridiculous.
Draft Buzz had him at 5 and Junkins at 6.
That's ridiculous. I am.
You said that because Tennessee.
I'm not enamored with Tennessee running backs who come out of that system. But,
drop the Tennessee thing.
But I agree.
Go colorblind for a second.
Okay, I agree that Sampson is the upside play, and a team that I think is going to want to run the ball. And I'd rather have him and what he could be versus Jerome Ford career 3.9 yards per carry.
Yes, Jerome Ford probably first 4 or 5 weeks better, but I'm also drafting him as a bench player, so I'm not looking for. I don't want to start him the first couple weeks. But like Junkins isn't playing. Judkins, whatever. I'll never get it. I can't. I'm drunk. My mouth doesn't work like that. I can deep throat though.
True.
But 20 spots ahead of ECR, and I'll never take him there. But I will take him at 45 because I'll get a round jump on everyone.
He'll probably go up a little bit, but not nearly to the 30s.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's the perfect blend of a playable guy.
I don't think Ford has moved up much either.
No, I know. He's because of the Browns. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I think they're going to be competitive.
Somebody's got to run the ball there.
And they want to run the ball. Stefanski wants to run the ball. That's the system. That's the scheme.
Watch them bring in Leonard Fournette.
I don't think they will, man. I think they like Sampson. And I want to talk to Sampson.
I want to talk to Sampson.
I just love it, man. 34?
Yeah.
That's where I have him. That's high. Don't get me wrong. But later in the year, would it surprise you if he has an Alvin Kamara level workload?
Yeah, that would surprise me a little bit, too. They have shown a propensity to favor Ford, and I don't think he's going away.
Week 9, they're going to play Jerome Ford when they're 1-8?
I mean, okay.
It's the Browns.
Right.
I guess that's the negative here. It's the Browns. All right, who do you got for your next guy?
Take Bigsby. So I'm flipping a script.
Gross.
It's still in a PPR, but there's a lot of training camp hype around Bigsby. There's negative reports on Tootin. He's not flashing like they thought. ETN is just kind of there. But Bigsby's getting work with the first team. He's getting a lot of the key reps. He's getting like the bulk of the key reps for the offense. He outplayed ETN on the ground last year. Much better efficiency. He's at the right age to shoulder a big workload. So for me, he profiles like Brian Robinson, even in a PPR, but is being drafted much later. So I'll draft up to get that guy a steady Eddie if I can't get Brian Robinson.
I see your comparison.
Yeah.
Just a guy that's going to get the goal line work and not going to get the work Brian Robinson is, but you don't have to pay the price.
Right. If I get 8 touchdowns out of Bigsby and I get him at several rounds later than Brian Robinson, there's.
And maybe the coaching staff just says, fuck it, let's stop messing around with Travis Etienne, who's a clown, and a rookie who can't hold on to the ball. Let's give the ball to Bigsby because they're competitive and they want to, have a professional running back there.
Right. In that division, they have every opportunity to be competitive. So at some point, Liam Cohen is going to realize what gives us the best chance to win, right?
Bigsby has a lot of juice, too.
Tootin is a bit of a project. ETN has shown in the past that he's been there, but he's been declining in efficiency every single year the last 3 years. Like, I'm just not interested in ETN. I think Bigsby's got it.
My only worry is...
Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of worries.
No. Even if he gets the role you're talking about, is the offense not being great and it being a Najee Harris situation from last year where he gets 18 touches, but he is probably one of the worst pass catchers in the league. 12 catches, 8 catches in 2 years, whatever it is. It's really bad.
I think you're going to be disappointed.
And then he gets a lot of 17 for 75, which is not bad, but like in PPR, we're talking, that is literally 7 points.
Right.
And he had a hell of a game, right? 18 for 75 is a good game.
I think you're going to be disappointed more often than not if he doesn't score a touchdown.
Yes.
So
that's where you're drafting him.
Yeah, but for 8 touchdowns, I can get 8 touchdowns in round, 11? Mm-hmm. Yeah. 8 touchdowns in round 11.
All right. Next guy for me, Trey Benson. I know you're not a fan of him. Yeah. ECR 48. I have him at 42. I think that he is going to earn a significant role.
So this isn't just a handcuff.
No. And it's, I mean, again, 48, you're looking at in the RB4 range. So it's definitely not a guy I'm going to be starting early on. I don't have to. But good player. He's a good player. Better than average offense.
Not better than James Conner, though.
I think he is.
Ooh, okay.
James Conner is more of a reliable player. Better blocker, better pass catcher, more reliable pass catcher. Coach's pet, proven. I get that. Like, who has more juice at this point in their career?
Probably Trey Benson.
Dude, Trey Benson's a 4.4 guy.
Yeah,
Fast.
probably Trey Benson.
Yes, it is Trey Benson. It's just, can he earn more of a role? And they gave him a little bit last year, a little taste of it. I don't know, man. Connor's injury prone. And
I can see as a handcuff. But again, even when Connor was out last year, like Trey Benson did not pop off.
One game.
Yeah.
One game?
But he didn't pop off. Like you would expect that he would.
I know, and Ray Davis did pop off when he got the chance. And
even when he didn't get that chance.
I know,
Remember
I
that?
get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
Thursday night? Anyway. I think it's good. As a handcuff, I think he's good. I don't think he's going to earn a role as long as Connor is healthy.
I think he's going to have more snap share than Ray Davis does.
Interesting.
Come on, dude. You think they're going to give James Conner 75% of the snaps?
What did they give him last year?
But there's a point where they can't do that.
82%.
Fine, then give it to him, and then he'll get hurt.
Okay.
So I think I love Trey Benson, the player.
I'm willing to reach up for Trey Benson. I want all those.
And if you recall, I was not a Trey Benson guy coming out. I thought he was stiff. I thought he was a worse version of Dalvin Cook because they kind of comped to a similar player. Well, Dalvin Cook was not exactly a home run coming out of the draft. He was a second-round pick. Trey Benson's second-round pick. Trey Benson's a good player.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of juice. I think he's an underrated pass catcher.
I just think this is Connor's backfield until further notice.
I mean, the hot take. Thanks for the hot take. It's James Conner's backfield. I understand that, but I just think Trey Benson
I think it's a reasonable reach for a handcuff. But I would not expect him to get any meaningful work as long as James Conner is healthy.
He's going to have more meaningful work than any of the other handcuffs.
You won't be able to play him.
Maybe.
Okay.
But more than the other handcuffs, right?
Yeah, except
Algier.
Braylon Allen.
Okay. But Braylon Allen, my concern is he doesn't have the handcuff role, right? I know Trey Benson's 100% having the James Conner role.
Yeah.
I don't know that about Braylon Allen.
We don't.
Yes, Braylon Allen probably will have.
I do, though.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Next guy,
what do you got? Travis Hunter. So we kind of talked about this a little bit, but for me...
And you were off Travis Hunter just a couple weeks ago.
I was.
What changed?
Training camp, man. I mean, the draft capital is obvious, right? The Jags traded up to get him. But he's been alternating practices on offense and defense. But all indications are he's going to play a significant role on the offense, and he's likely not even going to come off the field much. He's currently listed as a wide receiver in 2 wide receiver sets with Brian Thomas already, as a rookie and a two-way player.
What about my Diami Brown stock?
He's good. Don't get me wrong. I love Diami Brown. I don't remember. Where was he last year? Washington?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, a lot of it stems from the addition of Liam Cohen. It's going to improve the offense. He's prioritizing Hunter as an offensive weapon. It's a guy he went up and got. I think uncertainty is our friend with Travis Hunter. He's going where Rome Odunze went last year, and Rome Odunze was in a much worse situation and had worse measurables.
I would agree with that. Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yep.
So does that mean you're kind of fading Brian Thomas now?
No, excuse me, no.
Because they can't both eat.
I mean, I think they can.
Then Trevor Lawrence is a top 12 quarterback. I mean...
17. Ooh.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they have Brenton Strange, and they have Diami Brown, and they have all the running backs.
I don't care about Brenton Strange, and I don't care about Diami Brown. And we already established that they're not going to throw their running backs. 2 wide receiver sets already.
All right.
I'm willing to take the chance that this is the team.
Did I have him higher than you?
Who? Brian Thomas?
No, Brian Thomas. Hell no. I'm really low on him.
Trevor Lawrence or Travis Hunter? I got him
Hunter.
at 26.
Okay, I'm lower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got him at 30. Yeah.
And ECR is even below that, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah. The weird thing is the problem with Travis Hunter is you're probably going to have to reach to take him because certain guys, right, where it's like in certain leagues you can get CMC. CMC might go 5 this year, but he might go 15. Travis Hunter might go 32, but he might go 62.
I know, that's the problem.
Right? So it's almost like it sucks for you because you don't play that many leagues.
If you're playing in fewer leagues,
Like,
you're going
I'm going to have 22 drafts, and plus 7 I'm going to do for my wife. That's almost 30 drafts.
This is a guy.
I'm going to just let him fall to me. If I get him in the 6th round, sweet.
I'm the opposite. Like, this is a guy I'm not willing to leave my draft without.
Because you don't have enough drafts.
Exactly.
That's why you got to do more
I
drafts.
want exposure to this guy.
I know. Dude, have more drafts, and you can actually get him at value, right? And it's a win-win for everyone.
Fair.
I can get 4 shares of him at 10 picks after ADP. Never going to reach for the guy. But I see the upside. I mean, he is a generational player. I still am of the belief that he would have been probably drafted ahead. He would have been drafted ahead of Odunze last year.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like he is a Malik Neighbors level talent. He's more raw than Neighbors.
He's definitely more raw. There's no question.
Neighbors is awesome. So
I mean, nobody gets in and out of their breaks like Neighbors, right? But Travis Hunter's a better athlete.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's playing both sides of the ball, and he wasn't even in a single. He didn't go to a single wide receiver meeting last year in Colorado.
He doesn't. I mean,
he's a freak. Okay, on to my wide receivers. George Pickens. We already talked about him a lot, but 30, ECR 30. I have at 24. I don't have to say much about him. It's just in the beautiful.
Go back
thing
and
is,
watch the wide receiver.
The beautiful thing is that. The first draft I did in Fantrax, I told you I did a $25 draft a month ago. I had him as my 5th receiver. 5th, and I have Trey McBride.
Okay.
5th receiver. In Fantrax.
I have no notes.
In Fantrax, his ADP is 70.
I have no notes.
So he is going like wide receiver 33 on Fantrax.
Okay.
So like I'm thinking now, and I got to see how the first couple drafts play out. I'm going to do about 15 Fantrax, like public leagues. And I'm going to start just going running back, because if I can get George Pickens, and I'll reach for him right at like pick in the 60s, if I can get him as my wide receiver 3 and go running back, or get an elite tight end and get him as wide receiver 2, with RB with Bijan Robinson and Jonathan Taylor, like the upside of George Pickens is so great, and I feel like the downside is what he did. It has to be better than what he did last year, right?
I can't imagine.
So, like, what's his downside? Wide receiver 36 is as low as it can get, where the Cowboys disintegrate. He's pouting. He gets nicked up. Like, that's his downside, and he's going 30? But his upside is 12.
Yeah, barring injury, I don't think anything worse than a low-end wide receiver 3.
And his upside is wide receiver 1.
Probably
14,
a high
15.
wide receiver 2, yeah.
That's really good.
No notes. I love it.
No notes.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got?
Chris Olave. So I'm kind of turned around on him too. I was a little worried about concussions, obviously, blah, blah, blah.
You have turned around a lot of guys that I've talked about that I was higher on than anyone, and I'm still higher on them. And you're higher on than me.
I'm not too proud to admit.
Keon Coleman, Chris Olave.
I am willing to change my mind if new information becomes light, and some of those things are looking back at what he did last year. In this case, he converted a career-high 73% of his targets with a career-best 9.1 yards per target and 2.2 yards per route run. He's been over 2 yards per route run in all 3 of his seasons. He's going to play in the slot at a higher rate this season, which is going to limit the potential for hospital balls that Derek Carr liked to throw.
Yes.
Kellen Moore is a vast improvement over Dennis Allen, and I'm fairly certain there's a directive from the Saints organization to not put Olave in bad situations. So, assuming he can stay healthy, I think you're getting a tremendous value on Chris Olave.
Definitely. You're preaching to the choir. I have him at 29. You have him at 23. Mm-hmm. ECR is 31, and it was like 35, 36. It's moving up.
It is moving up.
But I'm high on him, but like I guess we
forget how good he was in years 1 and 2.
No, I don't forget. I was never a Chris Olave guy. I thought he was overrated. Now he's underrated, right? Like he is a good NFL receiver, and he can win at all 3 levels. He's not flashy, but the guy is tough. And I guess I'm baking in probably a little more than you are the concussion problem and the offensive problem.
Well,
I like Tyler Shuck. You don't like Tyler Shuck. I like Tyler Shuck.
That is the risk, is the offensive play in general. The Saints are going to be bad. We know that, but there's nobody else there. I mean, Rashid Shaheed, but he's already dinged up. Shaheed has his own injury concerns.
And this is PPR.
Would it surprise
his range of outcomes is so low. So he's going at 31, right? I feel like there's no way he could be top 12 because his Vegas prop is 3.5 touchdowns. And like he's not going to catch 10.
No.
But
would it surprise you if Olave had a 30, not 30, but like a 27, 28% target share this year?
No, my hot take was he's going to have 100 catches. So I feel like his upside is probably wide receiver 15, which kills his ADP.
Right.
But his downside is like, again, this is points per game. I'm not talking about total points because it's a concussion issue. His downside is where you're drafting him. So he doesn't have, like, again, George Pickens has wide receiver 1 upside. Like, and especially you're talking about some of these guys with the other wide receiver getting hurt, especially the wide receiver 2s in their teams. He's a wide receiver 1. He doesn't have wide receiver 1 upside. There's just no world.
No, I don't think so.
But he has mid-range wide receiver 2 upside and literally the greatest floor ever.
I think his low end
7 catches a game, right?
A low end wide receiver 2. Now, don't get me wrong.
28.
Like, the concussions are obviously a problem, and you might say, well, you're not taking Jordan Addison. We know what his going to 3 games, but in this case, we know we're getting Olave to start, and if he does get hurt, you could throw him in an IR spot or even cut him. Like, if worse comes to worse.
Yeah, you're looking at a 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
7th-round pick. I know it seems steep, but, like, the upside is you can get an upside guy later or a safe guy later. You could take a Jacoby Myers or something.
I stopped caring about, like, okay, if, I don't want to bust on my 6th-round pick. Like, the chances are your 6th-round pick is not going to be on your roster by the end of the year. Like, that's just the nature of this game. Mm-hmm. So I'll stop worrying about it. Anyway,
you don't want to reach on guys in the 1st round. You don't want to take risks there.
That's what I'm saying. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, who's your next?
Yeah,
guy?
Next guy, Ricky Pearsal.
Ooh,
now with the news today, I know today. So Juwan Jennings has a calf injury, and that has been documented. But I don't know if it's a contract calf or an actual calf.
Yeah.
Right? Because
it's an actual calf.
If he signs tomorrow, though, could he be back? We don't know.
Of course.
Well, we don't know. It could actually be an
Let's
injury.
remember the Devontae Adams injury last year.
There's been a bunch of them, man. Ricky Pearsal, he is wide receiver 44 in ECR. I am at 36. I love early season Ricky Pearsal. Again, like, I know, I feel like here's the thing that's been changing in fantasy is, I'm a big best ball guy. Mm-hmm. Best ball has kind of like seeped in and ruined people's minds where like best ball, especially these big tournaments, it's all about 15, 16, 17. You got to play for upside in those weeks. In redraft, if you don't win the first couple weeks, you're setting yourself in a big hole. A big hole. And Ricky Pearsal, I know he's unproven, but with Juwan Jennings banged up, even if he's healthy, Ricky Pearsal is the number 2 in that offense. Okay, call it number 3 with George Kittle. But who else is there? Easy schedule. You know it's going to be efficient with Purdy. He's a great player. They're going to find creative ways to get him the ball. They spent a 1st-round pick on him.
I don't think there's any risk. I mean, there's obviously risk with everybody, but I don't think there's nearly as much risk as what his ADP tells us.
That's the ideal
right.
wide receiver 3 if you wait.
The fact that Brandon Ayuk is not going to be there until at least week 10.
And they hate Brandon Ayuk. So if Ricky Pearsal shows out,
assuming he stays,
he's not like Ayuk's not taking his job, and they're going to play 3 receivers anyway. But he's not taking his job. He's not taking his role.
There's Ricky enough for Kittle, Juwan Jennings, and Ricky Pearsal there.
Not to mention his man numbers against man, one of the best in the league. I know it was a 3-game sample size. We're going from when he was actually healthy, because the week 7 through week 13 or whatever, he was coming back from a gunshot wound. The dude couldn't even like do cardio, so he wasn't even in shape. So
dudes need to stop getting shot.
Yeah, well, he was a hero. Yeah. Okay, what do you got?
Jayden Reed. We kind of talked about him on the wide receiver show again. So we talked about his efficiency, ridiculous efficiency, 2.5 yards per route run in 2024, which is 15th among all wide receivers.
Like that.
Uptick in target progression towards the end of the year, 24% target share over the final 6 games of the season, not even playing a full-time role. That's up 17% from the year before. That coincided with Love returning back to form. 5.1 yards after the catch, 11 broken tackles last year, converted 82% of his red zone targets. So here's where things get interesting. He is kind of a red zone guy that we don't really think about. He had 5 touchdowns on 11 red zone targets last year. And a little bit of rushing upside, 163 rushing yards last year. Green Bay would be foolish not to use him more. They'd be foolish to keep him off the field. I'm going to go ahead and take a stab on a guy that I think can take a jump into the next level. And even if he's not a full-time player, he's got enough upside when he's on the field that it feels like good value to me.
A lot of boom weeks.
Yep.
And Jordan Love
potentially a lot of bust weeks. I'm well aware of that. But
I've been a big anti-Jordan Love guy. I guess it's more so like the Packers fans like saying they have another Aaron Rodgers, which is just fucking insane. But he's a good quarterback. and they're a good franchise, and they do things right, and they have a very, very big carousel of wide receivers they run out there. But the one guy that separates himself to me talent-wise is Jayden Reed.
Yep.
And why not use him? Why not?
Why not?
And here's the one thing you failed to mention that I love is that their RB2 spot is a joke. Okay, I like Marshawn Lloyd. You kind of like Emmanuel Wilson.
I do like Emmanuel Wilson, but Marshawn Lloyd, his body doesn't like
They
him.
have shown a propensity to play Jayden Reed out of the backfield. Now, if Marshawn Lloyd is still hurt and he has no reps and they just can't trust him, and Wilson is just a guy, he's definitely not a pass catcher. Maybe, just maybe, Jayden Reed gets seven snaps a game out of the backfield, which could even out his lack of snaps in 2 wide receiver sets, right?
Don't forget, the Packers did it before with Ty Montgomery.
Yeah. So those extra 5, 6, 7 snaps those are actually more valuable than wide receiver snaps, right?
Yeah.
He's going to get 2 carries and probably a screen pass. He's going to get 3 touches from those 7, 8 snaps that's insulated fantasy points, man. That's literally an extra 3 points a game. So I know it's like weird to say this guy's not play running back.
We're speculating, but
I mean, we saw it with Debo. Why would they not do it with Jayden Reed? They're not going to play him at wide receiver full time.
Let's hope Matt LaFleur.
You could see that world though, right? Like
Yeah,
that's a beautiful role. I mean, and like the idea of a guy, and you saw this with Chase Claypool in Pittsburgh, where he got a couple end-around touchdowns. Like, and Jayden Reed's known for that. Like those 1 to 2 free touchdowns that are literally free, right? It's second and goal from the 2, and you're getting your wide receiver getting a rushing touchdown. How free is that? Especially when they aren't a fade guy or a goal line guy. Jayden Reed's a touchdown guy, but he doesn't comp as a monster. That adds up so much. Your 164 rushing yards, like that extra 18 to 25 points, that's big, man.
Yeah.
Like that really makes a week for you. So
No argument.
I love it. My last receiver here, Calvin Ridley, ECR 33. I have it 26. This is straight floor play. We talked about him. I'm not really ringing the endorsement here, but I love Cam Ward, and I know that defense is trash. And I kind of think this is a Terry McLaurin kind of thing. Where do you have him? You have him at 30.
30.
So you're higher. This is kind of a Terry McLaurin thing, right? A guy that didn't catch touchdowns his whole career.
26. Okay. Yeah.
And, the old argument is that wide receivers are terrible with rookie quarterbacks.
Look, he looked much better in the second half of the season. Much better.
His hands are questionable, but he's open. The guy gets open. He's a pro.
Plus, what else do they have
They
there?
have nothing else there. Chickaconquo. That's literally it. And Tyjae Spears. My 2 guys. and Alec Ayamaner and Tyler Lockett. They have some guys.
They got Tyler over the hill. Tyler Lockett, Alec Ayamaner, great college player. We don't know what he's going to be in the NFL. I'm not opposed to it. I don't. What's his ECR?
33.
Yeah,
I have at 26. I'm not going to take him at 26, but like in PPR,
no, you can get him around later.
I feel like it's such a safe bet for 80 catches.
Yeah.
And the touchdown upside is there because I believe Cam Ward is good. And I love the game scripts, man. Like, they're going to have to be throwing. They need Calvin Ridley. He needs a friend. He's been talking him up like they're besties. Again, like, these are kind of like stupid crutch arguments, but like Calvin Ridley is a floor play. He's not going to finish any worse than the worst case scenario is wide receiver 36.
Sure.
Best case scenario, he's wide receiver 19. I like that gap there. I feel like he's just way more likely to beat his ADP. And I know a lot of times we want to shoot for the moon with these Travis Hunters and some of these guys. This is a guy where I don't have to shoot for the moon because there is no moon, but there's also no black hole. Like, I just love the targets. I love, if you didn't notice, a PPR, give me guys that get 8 targets a game. More times than not, they're scoring double-digit points. If they catch a touchdown, great. There's 18. If not, 12 points. Okay, whatever. Does it lose me the week? No. PPR, baby.
Okay.
What do you got?
Emeka Egbuka, our guy from Ohio State. So a lot of this stems from Godwin doesn't even seem close to returning at this point. I don't think he's going to be 100% until much later in the season. So Egbuka looks poised to take over as their full-time slot receiver. Now I feel they're going to move Jalen McMillan into a full-time outside guy. And don't forget, Egbuka's production actually surpassed Marvin Harrison at Ohio State. He's the all-time receiving yards leader at Ohio State, Egbuka is. So, shown a propensity to generate yards after the catch. He's got a career 6.75 yards after the catch per reception at Ohio State. 71.6% catch rate and a 54% contested catch rate.
That's good for a smaller guy.
Yeah, it's good for a smaller guy, and Baker loves throwing into tight windows.
You know what it reminds me of? It's not to make the Ohio State comparison, but he's got a lot of Chris Olave to his game.
Yeah, he does.
Right? And he's a pro.
This all adds up to Egbuka forcing his way on the field.
And Chris Olave was same with Garrett Wilson. They were good from day one. We're like, this guy is going to be good from day one. I have Egbuka quite a bit lower.
I got him at 36.
I have 43.
Yeah, I'll take
his ECR is 48. Which is straight dog shit. It's going to be way higher than that, just so you know.
Yep.
But currently.
Yep. I'm willing to reach up on a guy with the upside that Egbuka has. So.
All right. My last guy is Cedric Tillman. I love me Cedric Tillman. Love it, love it, love it. His ECR is 56. My rankings have him at 53, but I'm actually higher on him. I would actually move him up to probably 50. And I'll tell you why.
Okay. I got him. Where do you have him? I got him at 54. You got him 53.
Yeah,
okay,
so you're actually kind of high on him.
We're in lockstep.
So I love the player. He is the prototypical X guy. 6'3", 215. The guy can play. He reminds me a lot of Nico Collins. Now, Nico Collins, if you remember, out of Michigan, I loved him after his first year watching his film, and then he sucked his second year. I drafted him everywhere, and he was going like wide receiver 55. He busted. That team sucked. Then they got C.J. Stroud because they had 1 or 2 wins. He is that player, and we've seen Nico Collins break out. That's why I don't think Nico Collins is actually like, you think he's a top 5, top 10 receiver in the league, right?
I do.
Talent-wise? Yeah. I don't, because he wasn't drafted like that. He's a good player, don't get me wrong. Cedric Tillman is also a great player. And we just haven't seen him. Concussion issues, Browns issues.
I think that concussion thing was extended last year because the
Why would
Browns
they bring
were
him
going
back?
Exactly. Why would they bring him back?
He showed he was step for step with Jerry Jeudy last year, and it was a Jameis Winston experience.
I get it.
But Cedric Tillman has always been a guy for me that is a snap eater. Like, he's going to play 85% of the snaps. Good pass block, good run blocking. Like, why take that guy off the field? Just a big bodied guy, and a lot of the plays I see, man, he pops off to me. And I still have Jerry Jeudy ahead of consensus, or right at consensus. I have this guy.
I mean, I've got Jeudy ranked higher, but I would rather take Tillman at his cost than Jerry Jeudy at his cost.
And like, this is the perfect bench receiver for me, because week to week with status quo as it is now, okay, fine, whatever, he gets you 7-8 points. But the player that I think he is and the situation he's in, he could force his way to be the number 1 there.
Yeah.
And he could be in your lineup every week.
I'm fully in support of that. And Tillman would have been in your lineup, but don't forget how good he was.
Rashad Bateman's going right after him, for instance. And that's just like flip of a coin. I get the offense, but like, but when are you going to start Rashad Bateman? Like, you just don't know. We're like, is Rashad Bateman ever going to, with injuries or with situation changing, is he ever going to be a trusted wide receiver 3 for you?
Not a week in and week out.
Never.
Like, he's a flex guy at best.
Now, he probably has more week-to-week boom weeks because he has Lamar, but he's never, his variance is what it is, right? Marquise Brown, Adam Thielen, Trey Harris, Marvin Mims, Romeo Doubs, these guys going right below him. Ahead of him, Luther Burden, Matthew Golden, Christian Kirk. Like, none of those guys are going to pop off and be a desirable start for me.
Why would anybody draft Christian Kirk this year?
Early in the season, I could see it if you're in a 15-team, 16-team league.
Yeah, okay.
But, Cedric Tillman,
He's got big benches.
I love the film. I love the player. And I think that there's a chance that he could just destroy this year. 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
that's going to crush his ADP if he did that.
And also the ultimate best ball guy, because he's a deep ball guy. But redraft, I like it too, man. And Jerry Jeudy's injury prone. So
don't forget, Jerry Jeudy's got his own injury.
If something goes with Jerry Jeudy, I think he's the one there already, in my mind. Jerry Jeudy will be early on, but I think Cedric Tillman's a better player.
Could be.
What do you got for you got tight ends?
Yeah, well, one tight end. I mentioned the other two that in the honorable mentions, but it's Mark Andrews for me is my reach on tight end. So he was tight end 7 in points per game last year, and I know that was driven largely by touchdowns, but from week on, he was first in touchdowns, obviously, with 11. He was 10th among receptions, but he was 6th in receiving yards. People forget that. He had 608 receiving yards from week 5 on last year. The biggest thing here is the early season injury to Isaiah Likely. He's not going to be ready for the start of the season. The Ravens are going to need to rely on Andrews again this season. He's their steady Eddie, so I bumped him all the way up to tight end 5.
The Isaiah Likely injury has moved him up in my ranks as well.
Yeah. Would you rather take him or Hockenson?
Hockenson and PPR. And I'm not a Hockenson guy. I mean, I'd rather have Tucker Kraft, but that's just me.
Well, at value. But,
No.
I mean,
no.
where's Mark Andrews going?
9.
Yeah. I mean,
Kraft's going 10.
Yeah, I'd rather have Mark Andrews.
Or 11, whatever. Okay, my next guy, my only tight end is Tucker Kraft.
Oh, okay.
So
surprise.
I'm fine with either of those guys.
Yeah.
Like, Mark Andrews is a safer option, right? Like, fall in the end zone 7-8 times and you get yourself a tight end 1 half the weeks.
Sure.
Tucker Kraft.
Or 11 times.
Yeah, that's true. I think for me, though, is that Mark Andrews has shown that he has taken a step back physically, and he's not the player he was, and he is just an average player. Where Tucker Kraft, I know you saw the film, Tucker Kraft has a chance to be a top 5 tight end talent in the league, and that receiver room is such a mess. He is going to be the constant. I don't know if you watched Lost. You have not watched Lost?
No.
The constant. He is the constant, and he is the one that's going to be on the field. He's a safety blanket. He is the red zone guy. I feel like his floor is where you're drafting him at. Maybe his floor is 12, and you're drafting him at 11. I have him at 10, which doesn't seem like a big reach because Andrews, Njoku, Ingram, Kelsey, Laporta. I have him ahead of Ingram. But
so I think there's better PPR guys in Hockenson, Njoku, and Ingram, but I moved Tucker Kraft up to 10 myself.
Yeah. Those are probably better PPR guys, but I feel like their ceilings are capped, right? Ingram, kind of a bum, bad hands. Kelsey, old. Njoku, terrible offense, question marks. Andrews, not a great player anymore. He's touchdown dependent. Tucker Kraft kind of has the best of both worlds where he's not necessarily touchdown dependent. Not really a PPR guy, though, but could he be? Could he have 65 catches? I think he could.
Yeah, he could. I mean,
That's all
again,
needs, right?
I do think that they're going to swing back into a more pass-friendly offense there in Green Bay. So at tight end 11, he's probably worth waiting on. You could probably skip over most of those mid guys and just go with a Tucker Kraft.
And wait, yeah.
Or a Tyler Warren.
When I say reach, it's like if I don't get him or Andrews or Njoku at cost, if people reach on them, I am going to wait and just not draft the tight end until the last round.
I mean, if I'm not going early with Brock Bowers, McBride, or Kittle, I'm probably skipping over Laporta because he's a little too expensive, even though I have him higher ranked. I would go Andrews, but I'd skip over Hockenson, Njoku, Kelsey, and Ingram, who I also have all ranked higher because they're just middle round tight ends. I'm going to take the guy that I think has the upside at a lower price. I'm with you.
Yeah, I love the upside, and I still like the floor, man. And I'm in on the Packers offense. I'm in on it not being as run heavy. And Jordan Love was hurt last year. Let's just be honest, man. He couldn't move.
Yeah,
it was rough, and he's already not the most accurate passer. But you take his bottom half away from him, and it's like every play he doesn't have his legs under him. How are you going to complete passes? And we saw it. It was rough. He was throwing picks. So all right.
And it's been a complete joy.